This is Ronaldo Fain sharing with you a message entitled Let Us Cross Over to the Other Side. As December comes, it brings in the sense that the year is coming to an end. As we have crossed over from one side to another, we are here crossing over from one moment, one excitement to another. You see, as days go by, as seconds go by, as minutes go by, as hours go by, it pushes us to the very last day of the month of December, the very last day, of course, of the year. And with the sense, it comes with the desire that people are looking forward to the clocking of the midnight so that they may be able to cross over to the other side. Allow me to share with you a message entitled Let Us Cross Over to the Other Side. It's coming from the book of Mark. The chapter is 4 and the verse is 35. 35, we find Jesus telling his disciples to cross over to the other side. Let us cross over to the other side. You see about let us, it's a term that the theologians like to call the hortatory subjunctive, which is a mood of probability. But one interesting thing I find about the hortatory subjunctive is not only its mood of probability, but much more its aspect of plurality. You notice in Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, we find the unity of divinity, where God the Father looks to Jesus and the Holy Spirit and says, let us. Genesis chapter 11 verse 4, when the children of Noah, they gather at the place of Shinar and they look to one another and say, come, let us build ourselves together a city. Have you already forgotten that to counteract the unity of humanity, there needed a unity of divinity? And in verse 7 of Genesis chapter 11, God the Father looks to Jesus and Holy Spirit and tells them once more, come, let us go down and confuse them. The hortatory subjunctive, translated here, let us, is a mood that shows collaboration, cooperation, unity, togetherness, because it is in the form of plurality. As we cross over to the new year, having new opportunities and new challenges, let us remember that if in the previous year we had the mentality that we can do it alone, we must remember that even as we move on to this new year, we cannot do it alone, because we need other people, we need collaboration, cooperation, unity. We need the aspect of plurality. Haven't you heard that talent can make you win games, but teamwork and hard work can make us win championships? One other side is that when Jesus calls his disciples to cross over to the other side, they start off in the evening and they go and encounter a storm. Because it was bad enough for them to start off in the evening because they were disadvantaged, but to counter a storm is another thing. Allow me to register to you, child of God, that Jesus and the disciples moved from bad to worse. Most of us, as we cross over to the new year, we think it's coming with brighter hopes. We think as if it's coming with brighter opportunities. But allow me to register to you a different perspective, because we are not only Christians called to tranquility and peace, but we are Christians who are willing to cross over to the other side because Jesus has called us to cross over to the other side. Child of God, in this year I present to you Jesus. Why? Because he has the full responsibility on what happens to us on the other side. It's not about what you will go through, but about who is with you when you go through what you go through. When you are with Jesus, he takes full responsibility on what happens on the other side. Remember the 3 Hebrew boys who got in the fiery furnace? Jesus was able to make an air conditioner in the midst of the fire. Why? Because Jesus was in control and he took full responsibility on what happens on the other side. What am I saying? Let us cross over with Jesus to the other side. Let us build our relationship with him as we cross over this side. Happy New Year. Stay blessed. God bless.